Hello, we are Team Space Monkeys. We are students at the Faculty of Science and Engineering at the German University of Cairo, in Cairo. And today we're going to introduce our smart attendance project. The project is done using an Arduino Uno board. The purpose of the project is to simulate the attendance of a classroom, whether in a school or a university, where the students log in using cards or tags. And the instructor as well, and at the end we calculate how much each student spent inside the class and whether they attended or not. Now I'm gonna show you a small demonstration of the project. So first, the LCD screen shows that there is currently no instructor. That means that the class has not started yet. So if we try to enter a student, they get welcomed to the class. And then if we try to now enter the instructor, he gets scanned, the door opens, represented by the blue LED, and then it closes again, and now the class has started, and one student is in class. The yellow LED now represents that the door is closed. Then if we try to enter a different student, they get welcomed and the door opens for a while, and then the door closes again, and the number of students inside the class increases. Okay, let's try to make the second student leave. Okay, and now they left, door opens, and then the number of students is decremented back to 1. Now let's end the class by rescanning the instructor tag. So by ending the class, no instructor anymore. And if we look over here, Islam, which was the first student to enter, has attended the class, but all other 4 students did not attend. One last feature of our project is the smoke detector, since the doors are locked by default, and so in case of fire, we need to unlock the door as well as sound an alarm. So by using a smoke sensor, we demonstrate the buzzer, and we open the door until the smoke stops.
Hi, my name is Mustafa. I'm going to show you my part in the project, which was making the LCD work. Now, as long as the software is on, we have the message of no instructor, as long as the instructor never swiped his tag to enter the classroom. If I swipe the instructor in, a message appears saying that welcome instructor, and now the class is running, and currently there are no students inside. Now if I scan any of the students, he detected that this is a particular student, showing a welcome message for him, plus also incrementing the number of students to 1, which is currently shown. If the same student leaves again the classroom, he'll show a goodbye message, then decrements the number of students to 0. This keeps on as long as the class is running. However, whenever the instructor leaves by scanning his tag again, now the message returns to no instructor, and this will remain until another class starts again. The LCD has a total of 16 pins. Several of them are VCC and ground, which are the power input to the circuit. Also, some of them are for the backlight, the blue backlight, and also some control the contrast so the characters can appear. The main ones there are 8 pins. These are enable what characters these are displayed. These enable what characters are displayed. However, it has 8-pin modes and 4-pin mode. We only used 4-pin modes because of the limited number of input-output pins to the Arduino Uno board. The code used to make the LCD runs depends on the library that comes with the Arduino IDE called the liquidcrystal.h. It contains some methods that are used to automatically output the texts or the strings to the LCD. We use 2 of these methods. One of them is called LCD.print, which works like the normal print in the console, which uses which prints like similar to the console in other IDEs. However, this is printed to the LCD. It takes the input the string that we want to print. We also used LCD.clear, which removes everything on the screen so we can write a new message. A third method we use is LCD.setCursor, which sets where exactly in the 16 by 2 matrix we want to start typing. This is used whenever we want to type, for example, on two different lines and the string is too long to be printed on one line.
Hello, my name is Islami Hab, 37-MET. My part on the project was the RFID card reader. I first started by extracting all the IDs by using the dump info project on the Arduino, by extracting all the UIDs and hard coding them into a database of sorts. Because this is a small project, we do not need that many, so we just extracted the IDs of these 5 and the tag. We were using the MFRC 522 library. By scanning the card, this part of the code runs. It checks first if are any new cards being scanned at the moment. If there are none, it will break. Then it will check if the card can be read. If it can't be read, it will break. Then it saves the current time of when the card was scanned, so it could be more accurate in running the attendance, since it's in milliseconds, not in a bigger construct. So we need to save the exact second it was scanned, and then we run all the other things like extracting the UIDs from the cards and the tags, so we could run them, so we could test them against the database and check if they were present or not.
Hello, I'm Ahmed Al-Medani, 37-MET, and I was responsible for the part where we handle the cases of fire. So I'm gonna demonstrate now the fire alarm, the fire sensor. So here, when the smoke detected the fire here, the blue LED lighted up, and this means that all the doors were open. The Arduino here offers two modes, the analog and the digital. So we use the analog the analog library in the Arduino because it offers more accurate results. So after many trials, we got the suitable analog read threshold to get an accurate read for the smoke. So when the smoke intensity in the room is above the norm, it sends the signals to the buzzer and sends a signal to the Arduino chip to that there is a fire in the room.
Hi, my name is Yasmin, 37-MET, and what I worked on the project was identifying the person who is scanning their cards or their tags if they are an instructor or a student enrolled into this class and has access to open the door, or a person who does not have an access. So here in the code, we have now identified that the content that was just inputted into the code says that this is an instructor, and now the session has started. And then when we scan another card, according to the ID in this card, Islam has now entered the classroom. And if we scan another card, according to this card's ID, Mustafa has now entered the classroom. Once we've identified the ID of the card, method open door now opens the door. Let me just demonstrate again. This blue LED that is on for 3 seconds shows that the door is open and the person can pass through. So in the code open door, we first switch between the LEDs, switch off the yellow LED and switch on the blue LED. And then we first check if this person who just swiped their card, are they already in class and they're leaving? So we print goodbye and their name, or are they outside and just entering class? So now we say welcome, the name of the student or person. And the LED lights are on for 3 seconds, and then we clear the LCD and print onto it whatever message we want to do. And once that method is, once those instructions are over, we then print the number of students that are in class at the moment. Following what Medeni did, after he detects that there's smoke in the classroom, the doors are opened and the buzzer is switched on. Until there is no longer smoke detected, the doors remain open.
Hello again. I forgot to mention my name is Sharif Al-Attar. So the part I personally worked on was more software related than hardware related. So once the instructor leaves the session, a method that calculates the total time each of the students spent inside the class gets run. Generally throughout the running of the program, whenever a student scans their card for the first time, indicating they entered the room, the time they entered is saved. And then when they scan it another time, the difference between the time they entered and left is added to their total time spent in class. Once the class is finished by the instructor swiping their tag for the second time, the total time for this student is calculated, and then it's divided by the total time the instructor spent inside the class, since the total time instructor spent inside the class is used to indicate the length of the class. So once the instructor leaves, the totals of each student is calculated against the total of the instructor, and any student who spent 75% of the time inside the class are counted as attended, while anyone else is counted as absent. We used this program called Coulter. It reads into the serial ports of the Arduino, and it displays what's supposed to be printed on the serial board, as well as writing this data to a text file. So this is the final step of our project. Once the tutorial is over or the classroom is over, we check who attended and who's absent, and this data should be used by the instructor. Thank you very much.